guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on a new product that I found at CVS. This is the Physicians Formula Natural Defense Foundation, SPF of 30. While I was looking at that, I also found this, which is supposed to be the matching primer oil, which also has SPF of 15, which I feel like anything below 25 really doesn't do anything, but I mean, we'll see. It also protects you against UVA, UVB, blue light, pollution, blurs, protects, and perfects the skin. So we're gonna be testing out both of these babies. Now, Physicians Formula to me is a little bit more of a high-end brand at the drugstore. It ranges, I wanna say, from like $15 and above, so that's just something to note. So I want to first talk about the primer oil because that's what we're applying first. But this is supposed to be a lightweight, fast absorbent, alcohol-free primer oil that blurs, protects, and perfects the skin for a smooth, flawless makeup application. It's supposed to be good for you because it helps reduce signs of aging while minimizing appearance of pores, imperfections for smoother skin. And I'm just gonna take some on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna start off on this side. Now I kind of like the whole primer oil situation right now because you guys have known this, but I've been suffering from really dry cheeks. But what I can say for my oily skin people is that sometimes the reason why we produce a lot of oil is because we're lacking oil. So sometimes it's good to add these type of oils onto the face. Now I can tell you right now that it doesn't make my skin look greasy or anything, so that's definitely a good thing in case somebody who does have oily skin wants to try this type of primer. So that feels good. Other side of the face, I'm gonna be applying my typical primers that I like to use on my skin, because I really want to see how it compares to something that I would just use if I hadn't purchased this primer. Like I mentioned, Physicians Formula is a little bit expensive, so I feel like if you do purchase both products, it ends up being the price of like a foundation that's high end. So it's kind of up to you. It's obviously not that bad as if you were to buy like a high end foundation and primer, because then that'll be like well over $100 probably, but it's definitely just expensive. And I know some people, when they think of drugstore makeup, they don't want to spend $15+ on a single item. So we have that on the face. It feels very nice, very refreshing. So actually, before I go into the foundation, I do want to go ahead and take my e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer because I do typically use this on my skin. I love this because it's such a nice velvety consistency, so it doesn't feel like it's drying out my skin. Okay, so we have that on. I don't apply this all over, just in the areas where I really need it. And I also did go ahead and moisturize with my First Aid Beauty Ultra Rep Hair Cream. So let's take out the foundation. Comes in this. And I'm gonna quickly read the claim. So this is a lightweight, sheer to light foundation that blurs, protects, and perfects the complexion with a smooth, flawless foundation. So this is going to be a more sheer finish. I'm not expecting this to be full coverage. You guys know that I feel like right now a lot of brands have been doing more so natural skin-like finishes, which I kind of like, especially moving into spring and summer. I don't want to wear really heavy makeup. Now this foundation range is of 12 shades. Is that enough? No, I think that they do need to expand their shades, but I just feel like not a lot, but some brands at the drugstore still haven't gone on that bandwagon, and it's time. Okay, so I am using the shade Medium, and I'm just gonna go in and start to cover. It is a little bit lighter than I would hope, but it's not too bad, so we're just gonna go with it. It's a very lightweight consistency though, like it doesn't feel heavy. But I have to say, I really do like how it's applying on top of the primer oil on this side. Like it's giving this really pretty like radiance from within, which I definitely appreciate. So I decided to bring you guys in a little bit closer so we could see better together. But it's laying really nicely on top of my primer oil. I think it looks healthy. I mean, definitely for everyday running errands type of day, like this is good. I don't want anything heavier than this. It feels very lightweight. It looks healthy on the skin. And even though we did go in with a primer oil, the primer oil isn't making this look more dewy or luminous. Now, I didn't go in with a lot of primer oil. I know some people really like to go in. If you have dry skin, by all means do it. I personally didn't do it because I felt like I didn't really need that much primer oil, like that crazy amount. You can see the difference between the side that does have product and the side that doesn't have product. So what I'm gonna do now is go on this side, just applying this right here. I love the consistency. Now this does have a little bit of a scent. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Where's my kabuki? Oh, here it is. I'm taking my JH03 brush with Morphe, and we're gonna begin just patting that in. Okay, do you guys see how good that covers the redness? Like, for a lightweight consistency, that's pretty good coverage, right? And you guys can definitely see the difference now. So you guys know that on this side, I did go in with the typical primer that I love to go in with, which is my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This cheek, it looks a little bit more of a soft matte finish. On this cheek, where we went in with the oil, it looks a little bit more radiant. So that's just very first impression. This kind of does remind me of the consistency of like a Cosmetics CC cream. I think this is great for now. And you guys can use sponge, brush, whatever, and it's gonna work great. So far, I do like this. I feel like it looks very pretty on the skin, but we still have a full day. So continue watching. Okay guys, so I am back right now. It is 9:08 a.m. Now I do have to say, I feel like on the side where we went in with the primer, it set really nicely. I feel like after I applied everything, it definitely gave me a more so skin-like finish and not like super duper glowy. I feel like when we had first applied it, it was definitely looking like radiant from within, and I was like, this looks beautiful right now, but I wonder how it's gonna look like later. But right now it looks very nice. Like, I definitely see like a blurring effect to my skin in like a very natural, healthy way. Obviously not like obvious or anything. You can still see my texture and stuff, but I just feel like this finish is just a very good finish that I appreciate. And also, I forgot to mention, this does contain 30 SPF. So we have to do a flash photo just to kind of see how this goes. I am very impressed. It actually looks really good with flash. I'm gonna insert the picture in here. Let's say you do purchase this and you go out and you're gonna be taking pictures and stuff, you're not gonna have to worry about it giving you bad flashback. So that's just something to know. Now we can go ahead and start our day. I'm so excited, and we can see if this is something that is worth checking out. So continue watching. I'm back right now. It is about to be 4 p.m. and I just wanted to do a check-in on the face. So as you guys can see, this is the side that we used the oil primer, and this is the side that we used my typical matte putty primer. And I have to say, I feel like this side does look a little bit more in place through the hours of the day than the side with the oil primer. It doesn't look as oily as I thought it would, considering how many hours it's been. But we're gonna keep wearing this, and I'll see you guys at the end of the day for my final thoughts, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so I am back right now. It is 8:02 p.m. and I'm listening to Selena Gomez. But I wanted to come back on here to do my final thoughts with you guys on the new Physicians Formula Natural Defense Foundation and the Natural Defense oil primers. I feel like this primer is really nice for people that are looking for that added hydration, that added radiance, that really want something that's gonna make their skin glow. I'm really happy with the fact that even though it does have radiance on this side, it doesn't look like sticky and like nasty and greasy. It looks like a pretty glow. Like, this is the glow that some people dream of. Obviously not people with oily skin, because I understand the frustrations when you have oils, but I think that this did do well for a majority part of the day. This kind of reminded me a little bit of the Smashbox primer oil, similar consistency, but I do have to say I really like the scent in this. It's just very light, but it smells really nice, and I have sensitivities to like scents and stuff, and I didn't have any issues with this whatsoever. I think that with the claims of it like being, you know, a protection from blue light and stuff, that would be nice in a way, but I still feel like there's nothing like a good old up there SPF. So as for the foundation, I feel like this foundation is really nice for these upcoming months where it's gonna start to get super warm. You're not gonna wanna wear any heavy duty foundation. You want something lightweight, something that's gonna have good SPF, which you guys know this has 30 SPF, which I think is good. If you do have oily skin, I would definitely pair it with like a matte primer, like the e.l.f. Putty Primer, which is another very affordable product, and you will definitely stay more so in place for a longer period of the day. Those are pretty much all my thoughts. I'm really happy that I was able to check out this new line of the Natural Defense by Physicians Formula. They also do have, I think, like a blush and a finishing powder and a concealer, which I wasn't able to find in my local CVS, but if I see it again, I may check out the concealer, because you guys know I love concealers. I'm excited to continue using this. I will keep you guys updated if this becomes a favorite of mine, but so far so good. And like I mentioned, definitely recommend the foundation over the primer oil if you do have oily skin. If you have dry skin, check both of them out. I wish the price was a little bit lower, but I mean, what can we do? It's not always a win-win situation. So if you guys enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know to continue doing my foundation reviews for you guys. And if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I hope they enjoyed this video enough to stick around and become a member of my family here on YouTube, because I wouldn't want you guys to miss my videos for the world. I always got you guys covered with the latest of the latest in the beauty industry. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And while you're at it, hit that notification bell so that you never ever miss a video and you're the first one to watch it, because I want you to be the first one to watch it. So that being said, I love you guys so much, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.